and welcome to this Life of Die live event, live play. This is Judge Dredd miniatures game we're going to be playing again. I'm your regular host Gordon, and once again I'm facing off against Martin. How you doing, Martin?
I'm very good, and welcome back everyone.
So yeah, we're back for more Judge Dredd, and I'm going to be the judges this time. So I've got a senior street judge, which you can see here, and I also have a veteran street judge as well. I'm just using different models here. You can use this with the starter set ones, but just because I've got the options, I may as well use them. So it's nice to get a different miniature down. And on top of that, I have Ricochet, High X, Seeker, and for the big meg cards, I have Bring It On, Spy in the Sky, and Months for Brains. What have you got, Martin?
Okay, so over here on the punks taking on the judges tonight, we have the High Rollers block gang. That is made up here of a gang heavy with a combat rifle, followed up by a gang heavy with an auto stump. Then we have a gang heavy with 2 pistols. It's a full set of guys we have, so roll on with another 5. We have a gang punk with spit pistol, 2 gang punks with sawn off stump guns, that's these 2. And then finally we have a gang punk with a pistol and knife, and a gang punk with a pistol and chain. Moving across the board here, we'll have a quick look at the cards that we have available for the punks. So we have Stims, Medpack and Smoke Bomb, as well as Boingers, which should be some fun to try and unleash that on the judges. Sixth Sense and Cover Me.
Okay, so in our last mission the judges were ambushed and the 2 of them got taken out, so Justice Department are not happy and they're out for revenge. So here we have the 2 judges are basically mounting a raid upon the High Rollers base of Whitmore safe house. So they basically are going to be heading across the map to take out this base here, and there are perps. We've got High Rollers guys, we've got one in the top of the building there, and we've got one hiding behind the crates here, and then we have another 2, one there, and I can't even see the other one. Is it down there?
Yeah.
Leaning over with a light pen. So yeah, they're all set up to defend. However, these are just sentries at the moment, and so it's up to my judges to avoid detection. Okay, so let's get into the game. So Martin, on you go, take a chip. Okay, one of your guys. So we're in sentry rolls at the moment. So you pick a sentry to activate, and then you're just going to roll a dice.
Okay, we'll go with one down here at the back alley, at the back of the gang base.
Okay, so if you roll a combat dice, and I'll tell you what happens. And you've rolled a hit, and that basically means you can make 1 normal move action with that character. Don't have to do anything really, but that's what it is.
Okay, well I can move up to 6 inches, so what I'm just going to do is I'm going to move just as if I'm pacing backwards and forwards by the rear of the building.
Okay, excellent. I'll take a chip this time, see what happens. Oh, this time it's a judge. So I'm going to bring on senior street judge, whose name is Ramirez. So Ramirez is going to, now he can't sprint in this, well he could sprint if he wants to, but then it's going to alert the bad guys, so I think at the moment he's just going to make a double move action, which can pretty much get him to the corner there. And now this is going to be in your line of sight, so you get a chance to test, and I would say because he's got light cover there, it's going to be, you basically want to roll an armour result to spot him. Nope, so he hasn't spotted him, so still remains in sentry mode. I'm going to push my luck a wee bit here. Let's see if I can return his chip to the bag. No, and so he's pinned. Okay, he's got a pin marker. Okay, one of your guys.
Okay, and I'm going to go with this one down here. Again,
Okay.
similar. I'll roll my dice just to see my activation. It's a shield.
Shield, you basically take no action and remain stationary, so it goes nowhere, does nothing.
Okay,
Okay.
back in the bag.
Oh, me again. It's everyone whoever's drawing here's getting their own chips. Okay, so Mother Judge, who is Cassidy, she is going to also make a double move action. And that, I think that would have been across line of sight, so also you get another chance. So again, you're looking for an armor result to spot. No.
No.
Yeah, I think I would quite like to get her up the board a bit more. Yeah, I'm going to go for it.
Oh, no dice.
No dice, no 2000 AD results, so she is also pinned. That's not a good start. Okay, so it'll be all your activations.
Okay, so just go back into the bag, make sure left and right. So we have another blue, and I'll come over to this guy here. So again, same scenario. We'll be looking just to see what actions I can take. I'm still in sentry mode. It's a hit, so
Nice.
I get a normal move.
If you want to, don't have to.
Yeah, I think this guy's quite happy. He's set up. I'm in cover there, so if anything was to happen, I've got some hard cover, so he'll just stay where he is.
Yeah.
Returning to the bag, which should be the last time here. We got something in here. Yep. And this will be.
Your guy in the building.
Yep. So.
The guy with the rifle, this is the one I'm fearful of.
Eagle-eyed view. I mean, if we get the right result here, I've got my now sweet pickings of now who I want to go for on either side of the board here. So, fingers crossed.
Well, you can't spot him at the moment. Some of them is moving about, so you can make a move though. But
Yeah.
do you want to? I suppose is a question.
So on here, I think I'll just kind of have a cursory kind of step forward, just to kind of
Okay.
look at my territory. Nothing looks amiss.
So you'll be able to claim hard cover because you're at the edge of the building against that. The one downside is if there is a possibility if you get, I think it's maybe if you get damage, I'll check the rule on that, but yeah, you might fall off the edge of the building. So that's one to watch out for.
Yeah.
And that's
Hans Gruber style at the end of this.
hopefully. So yeah, that's the end of turn one. So we take all our chips now. At the end of turn one, you also put the other 4 chips into the bag because your reinforcements are going to start turning up now, which is bad news for me. But yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes.
Original 4 plus 4 new.
And these guys are going to come on at the back of the board. So that's at least something. It's good. And at the moment, even though they're coming on the board, they will be still counting the sentries until the alarm is raised here. So let's get into the action.
Okay. And against the odds, the judges pull out first.
Okay, so he's going to try and shake off his pin. First of all, so he's got 5. He's got cool of 5. I'm looking for a 2000 AD result here. Yay, 3 of them. So that's quite handy. So that gets rid of that pinned marker. I don't think I'm going to have the range to get to that guy. It's only 16 range, isn't it? So yeah, he's out. So I do not want to trigger that just yet, but I do want to move up a wee bit. I kind of wish you'd
Move first.
move first on this occasion. It's not great options here, not in a great position. That was not brilliant movement for me in the turn one. I wasn't thinking ahead. So I'm going to try a little bit of fancy footwork here. I'm wanting to jump over this divider here, and to do that I have to take an evade test. However, usually in an evade test I would be looking for 2000 AD results. In this occasion I'm actually looking for hits. If I get a hit, it means I can just dive over here without any penalties. And let's see, so I've got 2 hits, that's fine. on this occasion it would have worked out quite nicely with the 2000 AD if I had needed to. So that basically means that I can negate the difficult terrain, and I'm moving 6 inches to there, which is really good news, because now I think I can shoot at your guy up in the building here. Yes, I can definitely hit him long range, and this guy's shoot is pretty good. He's shoot 4, but it's -1 because it's long range.
Just before that, let's see if I spot you in your fancy football.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry, yeah, you should be trying to spot me, yeah. And a hit. Well, you would have done it at a point when I had no cover. So that's spotted me. So this means everybody now, as the base is alert, everybody can start acting now, and we don't need to do the sentry thing anymore. So yes, I am going to fire. So it's 3 attack dice because it's normally 4. His shoot is 4, but at long range it's -1. And I'm looking for hits. No hits. Oh dear. Okay, so now I've had a decision to make. Do I want to try and return the star chip? I think I'm going to do it because I've got something in reserve here that I can risk getting pinned. I did get it, so it got the 2000 AD, so it goes back in the bag without any shenanigans.
I'd have been happy to see a no 2000 AD there, but hey, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
So let's see what I can do in retaliation here, if anything, because it might just be you straight back out again. And it is.
Thanks for drawing that for me. That's excellent. Okay, let's try again. Let's try and get this guy, nail this guy with the rifle. So again, 3 attack dice, looking for hits. Got one this time. So you have an evade of 2.
Sweet. Yep, because that's one of my gang of heavies.
Yep.
So that is correct.
You're looking for a 2000 D result here. So let's see.
No,
not this time. And I have 4 damage with the lawgiver. So let's see how many hits I can get with that. Just the one hit. So you're going to roll his
3.
Toughness is 3, is
Yep.
that right?
Plus he's 2 for his cover.
Hard cover, yeah.
It gives me 5 dice. So here's hoping with 5 dice I can at least get away without anything here.
Yeah, you've
got
done
the
it.
2 there, so no effect.
No problem. Okay, and because you soaked up the damage, there's no chance of him falling off that ledge. So I will fire again. Second snapshot. 3 dice. 2 hits. So you get a chance to evade. So 2 dice again.
Oh, no.
Unlock it. And 4 damage again. Only 1 hit again.
Okay,
This lawgiver is not doing the job.
and I have 5 dice again.
So
the 1, so
taking one, so you've taken a stun.
that's not good news for me.
That is not good news for you because you're at the edge, there's a chance you might fall over. So you've got to take a cool test, and those guys have got cool 3. And basically, you're wanting to roll with any one of these dice. You want either a 2000 AD or an armor result. If you get one of those, you're absolutely fine. If it's all hits, then you're going to fall off. You're fine.
Oh.
Nearly. So yeah, that's one of those nice little rules. It's kind of designed, I think, more with Strontium Dog in mind, with the kind of gunfighter things in the West, where they were always falling off the tops of buildings and so on. So nice. I don't think I'm going to push it with this again. No, I can't resist. The odds are in my favour. I've got to go for it. Right, so kill test. I want a 2000 AD result. No, I don't do it this time. And this time I'm pinned.
Oh.
Okay, so he ain't doing it. Okay, and back into the bag then. I'll draw one this time.
Good to yourself here.
Very good to myself. So Judge Cassidy, I think it was, she is pinned. So I'm going to have to do a kill test to see if I can shake that off. And I can't, so she's got to spend an action shaking it off, and I really didn't want that to happen. I don't think it's worth taking the risk. Does she have the range to your man over here? She can't see him because of this intervening terrain, and she's out of range. I don't think she'll be out of range for him, but she's better staying in her cover at the moment, I think. All of your guys now are going to activate.
Excellent. So just the 8 of them that I have here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so first up, there we go. And I'll start with this guy who's up here on the ledge. So I
can play a big Meg card at any time I want.
believe you can.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that before he gets a chance to do anything. So let's bring it on, and basically one model can remove all pinned and stunned markers.
Who's that going to be?
I wonder. So yeah, he's going to take an immediate snapshot and try and get this guy before he gets in the receiving end of this. So again, long range, 3 dice. 1 hit, that's enough. Well, might not be. You've got a stun in this guy, so -1 to your evade. So just 1 evade dice, no 2000 AD. So that's a hit has gone in. So for the power is 4. Oof, 3.
That's not good news for him. So because of the stun, he'll be down to just 2 up.
Yeah.
But and you would keep plus 2
+2
for being in hard cover. So there might be some way of saving this here, but it does look unlikely. And it is
2?
only
No,
2.
2, that's good enough.
Yeah,
So it's 1 injury marker.
Yep.
And again, you're going to have to make a kill test, but your kill is down to 1 this time because you might fall off.
Of course.
So you're basically looking for an armor or a 2000 AD result.
Oh, and again.
He's still he's hanging on. He's
Yeah.
just desperate for me to fall off that ledge. Well done. Okay, and that is definitely the judge has had it now. That's that one out the way. But he's not pinned anymore, which is actually very, very important, as we're about to find out, possibly.
Okay, well, I think now, given the state that this guy's in, I appreciate it is only just the start of the game, but I think just to give myself a proper fighting chance, I'm going to hunker down here, and I'm going to throw myself a med pack as well, which means I can remove all injury and stun markers on one model.
Nice.
So that basically negates the damage I've just taken there.
It is a double action, so it will.
Is indeed. So that basically accounts for him in this instance.
Nice.
So that's that one out of the way. That's one trick up my sleeve being shown. So moving on to the next. So I think, who will we go for? So I know that the judges are here now, so I really need to kind of start showing my hand. So I'm going to go with my heavy, which is down the back here. A heavy with 2 pistols. So really I'm going to try and take advantage of this stairwell here, just to kind of make sure I've got some cover from exchanges with the judge. So we'll just use a single action just to get to the edge here.
Yeah, and you can claim the hard cover if I start firing back at you.
Yeah. And what we'll do, just to give a little bit of an angle on that, just there we go, we can see. I'm just going to have to check my range to actually see if I can get shot away. And the other question would be, do I have a line of sight past these crates there?
Definitely do.
Okay, so for pistols, I'm looking at long range being 16 inches.
Yeah.
And that will be a -1 modifier on there. So normally I would have 3 dice, but with the modifier on there, that's going to knock it back to 2.
Yep, absolutely.
Still have 1 hit there.
Yep, and so my judge is going to try and evade this. So you get 3 dice left for a 2000 AD. Got 1.
Okay.
And horror of horrors, that sparks his gunfighter.
Yeah, which obviously just brings into sharp focus the card that you just used there to bring it on. Had you not used that and you were still pinned, that would have been a completely different scenario. You would not have been able to gunsling here, so here we go.
Glad I had that card. So long range, so would be 4 dice back down to 3 dice again. So let's see what happens. Got a hit anyway. The suspense, is it going to pin him? No, it's not going to pin him. So you get a chance to evade, and you get 2 evades, I think.
Oh,
got your 2000 AD.
I
Nice.
get it, nice. So I think now, in terms of being sensible here, I don't think I want to necessarily leave myself exposed. He's just going to tuck himself back
Well,
a wee bit.
the advantage in doing so is that you can claim the hard cover just by kind of leaning round, but it means you would have to move to get out next turn. So you would, I think it might be better staying in place, and then you get 2 snapshots next turn.
Yeah.
Or an aim shot.
Just tuck yourself round a wee bit, just so you're not quite exposed there. Just moving narrowly out the way of that shot that you've just taken.
Yeah.
Continuing with activation of my heavies, I'll go down with this one down here. So just looking at where I can get to. It's kind of most sensible for me just take a single action to get to the edge of this building round here, which will give me a nice wee shot at your judge there, your senior judge.
Yeah.
There, and
absolutely
quite comfortably to get round that corner, with just a kind of slight change of direction. So we'll do that.
You can turn as many times as you like anyway, so when you're doing a normal move, that's
So
absolutely
just
fine.
having a look, we can see clearly there, just in behind slightly, that I can see the judge, and that's who I'm going to be trying to take a shot at.
Yeah.
So in this case, the gang heavy has an auto stump.
Okay.
Which quite good on this one. Obviously, again, as we talked about before, there's the possibility of a knockback on this one, so that's pretty good. So 18 inches is the range on that, if you don't mind just
Yeah,
making
absolutely.
sure.
Long range, no
So
problem.
that's good, and we'll have a -1. So again, as before, it would have been 3 dice, but we're down to 2. So let's have a look. Oh, there is a hit.
Nice. Okay, so I'm going to try and evade. Again, 3 dice. No 2000 AD result that time.
Okay, so we're straight on to the trying to put some damage on that. So it's only a power 2 because it is at range.
Okay. Oh,
No.
so I still need to roll because a 0 can still give me a stun, so I just need one shield. And I've got a couple.
Yeah.
So no effect. Let's just check that knockback rule. So we've just checked the knockback rule there, and because Martin hit, that does mean that my guy gets knocked back d6 inches. So
I'll just got a d6 here. Give it a run. So
4 inches. Oh dear.
So
Oh dear. So right. So it would be this direction, and basically knocks him back to there, which completely exposes him, which is not good.
and just that distance being taken away there might just take you out of range, which might be quite helpful. Yes. Next activation, I'm going to bring someone onto the board just now, so I think I'll just work my way through my list. So the first of my additions is going to be a gangpunk, and I'm going to bring the spit pistol on, which is this guy here, and need to bring him on at a table edge just somewhere along here. So just having a think about where it would be best to place them now. Given that I do have the senior judge in my sights at this side, I think it's probably wise to kind of try and focus this sort of corridor where I've got a bit of a line of sight. So I'll come on, need to come on with a single action, so that'll be a move of
6.
6, yeah. So we'll just see where that takes me to. So that's just pretty much the edge of that building there, just coming on under this flyover. Now I think, realistically, I'm still well out of range on that, 'cause that's probably about 20 inches or so.
Yeah.
So it's probably best that I just try and get myself into some sort of cover. So that will be me there. I'm going to bring on the second of my stump guns.
Yeah. So these are the sawn off stump guns, I believe, which are going to be 10 ranged, so you might want to bear that in mind.
Yeah. So I'm going to come on just right at the corner of the table here.
Yeah.
So
It's a double move you're doing.
well, it's effectively singles, but yeah. So 6 and then 6. So I'm just going to come right up, probably just tuck in, just in here. Next up, it will be a gangpunk with a pistol and knife. So again, just now we've got her in there. It's a proper model for the job, and kind of following suit, I'm going to try and kind of spread my guys. So coming again back up this other alley at the other side. First move, and then another 6, just to kind of get in at the side of that down pipe that's on the building.
Alright, just taking cover behind that. That's nice. Yeah.
So using the terrain as it's there to hopefully my best advantage. I'll finish off with the reinforcements coming on before I go back to my original perp that was on the board. So we've got a pistol and a chain this time. We've got that nice chain just wrapped around his fist there at the back. I think it's quite a nice wee bit of detail on there. Probably not doing it justice with my demonstration on the video, but still. So I'm going to come up the side of these buildings, which run up the side of the board here, and hopefully take our judge by surprise. So just moving forward, yeah, two straight moves, just kind of hugging the building. So there we go. Again, no line of sight or anything like that, but we can see that we've got an opportunity maybe next turn to make a move on that judge. One chip to place here, and that's for our guy here. So we can't see each other just now. So what I'm going to do is maybe give myself a wee bit of an option should that judge decide to move in a minute, and I'm going to go with an overwatch here. I'm just going to now just adjust my line of sight and position, just so I've got a better angle of taking in between these pillars here.
Yeah, it's basically a fixed, a kind of 90-degree angle you've got there. So excellent. Okay, end of turn 1 then. Let's get the chips back in the bag.
End of turn 2. Even.
Turn 2 even, yeah. Into turn 3, take a chip there, Martin. Yeah, one of your guys. So
yeah, and we're going for the guy that's obviously got clear sight of both our judges. So we're going to go for the senior judge. He's now knocked him back from his cover that he was in, so it's a nice clean shot that I'm going to have on him this time. So
yeah, not even any soft cover for me.
Again, I think it's fair to say that I'm going to be at long range on my rifle, which I'm
14. I think it's 12 is short range, isn't it?
It is indeed. So now it's going to had it been the 12, I'd have got a +1 on there, but now it's long range. Luckily enough, it's a 0 modifier.
Yeah, and you can shoot a 3, I believe.
It is indeed. So we have 3 dice. Let's see how we do.
Okay, 2 hits.
Definitely got.
Yep. Try and evade with my evade 3. 2000 AD. Come on. Not that time.
Okay.
Okay, so now you get your rifle damage, which I think is 3. Combat rifle.
It is again, yes. So let's see. Lots of hits. 2.
2 hits, okay, and my guy has got resistive 4.
Oh, only 1.
Only 1, so he's going to take an injury. But I did get a 2000 AD result there, so that is going to spark my gunfighter back. And I'm at long range, so I said it was 14, wasn't it? Yeah. So I can return fire. However, I'm going to just place that injury marker next to him for now. It doesn't affect him. It wouldn't affect him anyway because he got fortitude, but we'll come into that in a minute. But this is not applied really at this stage. This is instantaneous, the gunfighter skill. So he is at long range, so he gets -1, and which means he gets 3 dice to attack. 2 hits.
Okay, and get evade of 2.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not managed it.
And so 4 attack dice for the strength of the lawgiver. Oh, that's good. 3 hits, so I could take him down here if Martin's unlucky.
Okay, so I do have 5.
Yep, you've got resisted 3 and you get +2 for that half cover.
Okay, might seem a wee bit futile here that I use that med pack if I don't get a good dice roll.
Oh, you got a hit in them, which is good.
Oh, and I do.
Oh, you do.
That was that, and it was the.
Yeah, it's 3 shields.
3 shields.
Nice. So, however, you do still get a stun, and you must still make your cool test for being at the edge. And again, you want to get either a 2000 AD -1 because you've got the stun. You got an armour, that's fine, that's fine. An armour or a 2000 would have done it, keep you up there. So you're still on that perch, and you've just been stunned by the return fire. But this guy is a bit of a monster. This is something we're kind of working out. Actually, it's probably, you've got a good chance of returning the star chip to the bag, but it's actually quite good to not be pinned, because this gunfighter is absolutely insane. So we're really seeing the judges at their best using this gunfighter rule.
Given now that you will be returning fire at some point, and I want to have as many dice as possible to avoid falling off my perch, I'm going to just use that, shake it off and get rid of that.
It's good news for my judge. Because he is nasty, that guy with that range, and yeah, he's pretty good. Okay, so back to the bag. I'll take one this time. And there's one for you again.
Excellent, good. Alright, so okay, where am I going?
Yeah, it's the problem, that guys, they're kind of the extremes of range at the moment, so it's like, can you move out? You know, it's taking a chance.
Yeah. So again, I'll just have a quick refer to our stat sheet here. Now I've just got a kind of a nice wee kind of cheat sheet that we've got here.
Well,
just
if I could just interrupt there, I just want to just mention Barry from Mega City Gaming designed these. So check out his channel. He designed these. We've got 3 of these. If you want to just pan over and see. So you get pistols and rifles in that first sheet. We've got the Stormer stump guns, heavy weapons, hand bombs in the second one, and we've got the close combat weapons and vehicle weapons as well.
Yep.
So thanks, Barry, and as I said, please check out his channel and have a look at his videos.
Heavy with these pistols here. So again, we've got the range, which is 16, and I think, in all honesty, that's going to be just out.
You're in range.
Oof! Oh well, that's a lucky one for me. So just checking line of sight here, because we do have the range, which is just within the 16. So now we do have some stairs in there, but I think it's safe to say that now kind of we tilt of the head would be able to get us round there.
Yeah.
So quite happy to go with that. So first action, we're just going to take a snapshot. And again, this guy is one of the heavies, so that will be 3 dice. On this one, the modifier on the pistols is -1, so that takes me down to 2.
Okay.
And no hit.
No hit.
So I'll immediately go to my second action and follow with more of the same.
Yeah, I'll just mention there that because you missed, there's no chance for me to evade and spark a gunfighter again. So anyway, sorry, go on. Yep. Okay, you got a hit this time.
Yep.
So I do try to evade. So 2008.
Oh, you do?
Got it.
You got 2 of them.
2 of them, yeah.
But I've still hit. No, I've not actually.
No, you've not, I've dodged. And yeah, I'll return fire. And this is when I will mention, this guy has fortitude, which basically means he is carrying a wound, but he doesn't get any stat loss for that first wound. So again, he's 4 dice, but again, -1 because it's long range. Okay, 1 hit. And so you get a chance to dodge, so you get 2. No, you got 2000
I do. Yeah. That was lucky. So
almost in the that.
Yeah. So that yeah. Yeah. So that's been twice. He's just managed to avoid that gunslinger. So very lucky.
Yeah.
From our perp here. So that brings his activation to a close there.
Okay.
And we're back to the bag again.
One of yours again.
Back to me.
Activations just keep coming.
Okay, so again, I'm just going to have a look at our weapons chart here, just to now double check my auto stump range. And we know he was in range the last time, but he did push back.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
So the long range on this is 18, and again, that might just be tight.
No, you're just in. Yeah, 17 and a half, I would say that is. So you're in range, yeah, you can take a shot.
Yeah, lucky. So
do we cross any terrain, I suppose, is a question.
I think it's a clear line of sight on this.
I think that's no. I would say no to that. It's only tapping it if it is touching it at all. Thank you.
No,
So yeah, clear line of sight, I'm in trouble again. Okay, so
again, it is a heavy. So that would normally be 3, and on the auto stump there's a -1, just similar to the pistol. So 2 dice once again. And I've missed.
Yeah, I'm going to take a second snapshot.
Yep, and that's the good thing about the auto stump, which allows that.
Yeah,
So,
a normal stunt gun, you can only fire 1 snapshot from. So
and this time,
hit.
I do.
Okay, so that is definitely going to push me back D6 inches, so we'll do that first. Except
there's nowhere to go.
There's nowhere for him to go, so yeah, he's slammed up against that, whatever that is. So I'll try my evade. He does it again, and that is going to spark another gunfight back at you. And we know
as we just established,
yeah, 17 and a half.
So the range is not there.
The range has saved you this time, so yeah.
But remember, you have evaded.
Yeah, so I can move my 3 inches, which I'm going to have to do it. Slightly dangerous to do this because I'm going to be taking myself into range for a lot of guys here by doing this, but I want that hard cover. That is absolutely crucial. So that's what I'm doing, moving on. Thank you for being sportsmanlike there, reminding me. That's how fired twice.
It is indeed. And we're back to the judges.
Right, okay. I feel like getting Cassidy into the action, I think. This might have to be a double. I don't think she'll be able to get around there. Yeah. She's going to have to make 2 moves. So that's what she's going to do. I'm going to put her just right at the corner there so that she cannot be seen by either of these 2 guys over this side. But she can see that perp there if he decides he wants to have a pop. Bring it on. I'm not going to try and return it because I'm liking the gunfighter. And the other thing is that I kind of worked out that actually it's quite a good thing to have that gunfighter active because especially when you've got cover, you're going to get the chance to evade, which in her case will be 3 dice to evade, so I'm looking for a 2000 AD in that, or if she takes damage, then again if she rolls a 2000 AD, so she's got a resist of, she's actually got a resist of 4 as well, and +2 for the cover, which basically means she'll be rolling 6 dice and 3 dice in the evade. That's a lot of dice to get a 2000 AD result out of, so that's the reason why I'm not trying to return my chip. I'm trying to be savvy about it. So it's just one of the wee things that we've been, because judges were not doing well in the first 2 scenarios, and I think this is the key to it. So she is done, and yeah, and it's one of yours.
Excellent. Not quite got the distance that I could potentially get up on this judge here. D6.
2 moves. So
that's a 4,
yeah,
so that'll be 16.
16 inches you can move.
Yeah, just keeping in mind, even just for myself, because I am running, I'm going to be facing the wrong direction, essentially myself, so I need to then equally hope that maybe the judge doesn't get an activation, shoot me, and then just simply turn back round again.
Yeah, because when you snapshot or aim shot, you can turn in place without having to move, as it were. You can just spin in the spot. But yeah, get -1 for me to hit you, so that's not great. So that's good. That's a good move, good tactical move. Okay, next. Okay, he's going to try and take down your guy up here. And so again, it's going to be long range. So 3 attack dice, looking for a hit. All 3 hits, which pins you straight off the bat. If you can add a wee pin marker, please. And because you've been pinned, you're going to have to do a full thing, but we'll sort this first of all. You have not evaded the attack, so 4 dice. 1 power again, I keep getting 1 power, which is great for this guy. So 5 defense dice, so you only need 2 to not get stunned. 2 to not get stunned, so he's absolutely fine. But you do need to do a kill test, which is 3. Sorry,
Shield or a
2000 AD. Yeah, you got it. Well done. He still refuses to fall.
glued to this. He's glued to the roof.
So yeah, my judge will have another pop up, and let's see if we can do it. So 3 attack die again. Got a hit. You can try and still evade. You get your evade as normal. Is that evade 3?
Sorry, that's a wrong roll. It should be 2, but effectively there was nothing there anyway. So
okay.
Let's just call that a.
If you're happy.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 hits. I think he's doomed this. Well, no, it's not a done deal at all. He can still roll what's that? Shields. Let's see.
Oh no!
1 shield, so you get 2 wins. He's still in the fight. He is not out, but he is not in a great way, and you do not have a med pack to get him out of jail this time. And because you've taken a couple of wins, you're going to have to do another kill test.
Yeah. And this time it's only 1 dice.
It is. Yeah. You've got the shield though. He refuses to fall. He's he's immovable. So well done. And yeah, I'm
clearly tempted.
I'm really tempted to try and return the, because I can ignore that wind with the fortitude, so I do have a 67% chance of doing this. I'm going for it. I'm liking the odds. I think this might be foolish of me, but let's see. But I've got hard cover, so I can afford to take a wee bit of a risk. Ah, no, it's not paying off. It's not paying off. He's stunned. That's what I get for being greedy. Okay, so he's pinned. Okay, I'm going to play a big meg card on you, which is Months for Brains. So the next model that your opponent activates must pass a kill test. If they fail to pass it, they only get a single action this next turn. So that's a card that has to be played before. I could have been, if you said I activate, I wouldn't be able to just go. Then that's it. So yeah, you do have the option to make it in one of the other ones, but I know which one I would rather it affected.
Yeah. I don't want to be too gamey, so I'm going to go with my guys behind the drain pipe here, because really what I want to do is be going for the judge that I have in my sight here.
Yeah, Cassidy. Yeah.
So this time round, this is just a gangpunk.
Yeah.
So it's only 2 dice.
Yep.
That I have. Oh, and failed.
Failed.
So just 1 action. So
yeah.
I'll take a snapshot.
Yeah.
And now I think, if I am right in saying, with the pistol,
yeah,
we're just back to our usual
16 range -1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're in range. It's about 14.
Okay. So that's going to be -1. So I'm only going to have 1 dice.
Yeah.
On this one here. But it is
that's a hit.
A hit.
Yep. And she has 3 of 8. She fails her of 8, so you go straight to damage, which I believe is 3 for the pistol.
Yes. Oh, just the 1.
Okay, she's got 4 toughness and she gets +2 for being in hard cover.
Quite comfortable there.
3, and it sparked her gunslinger, her gunfighter. She's going to strike back, and again she's also got shoot 4, and yeah, -1. So it's the same deal as your 3 dice to hit. Failed. She's rolled 3 shields.
That was a bit of a kind of a lucky get out from me. The gunslinger, although it's been, or gunfighter, although it's been activating, has not done me any serious damage really as yet.
Yeah.
So back with the next activation, and we're going to go with our sawing off the stump gun down here. And given that we've only got 10-inch range, there's no value in doing any kind of short move then on. So I'm just going to do a sprint here. So I shall roll my d6. So I can move an extra 3, so in total I can move 15.
Okay, so you want to move straight ahead first of all, that right?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm really going to try and aim for getting in behind these crates that we can see there.
Yeah.
So
you can move through your own guy without penalty. That's That's part of the rules. That's absolutely fine. So that would get you to there, and then you basically make it with your normal move without any bonus.
Yeah.
So that's where you want to go, yeah.
Yes. Thank you. And the beauty of that being that I get the cover, plus I get my moving fast.
Yeah,
so I'll get
tricky for me.
-1 on that, so that's ideal. Moving forward here, I'm going to try and get up into some cover here. So I'm going to start trying to outflank the judges with my guys, just really taking the fight to them. So again, I'm going to go with a sprint action here. So rolling the d6 once again, just at 2. So 14 that I can get there. So again, kind of quite comfortably getting to the cover.
So this side you want to be at? Yeah.
Yep.
Thought you might.
And then it's just going to be up here. So
Yep.
just obviously the hard cover, and potentially maybe going to have a shot on that judge next time round.
And then remember your wee moving fast marker as well. To remember
We have
that's
that here.
-1. Yeah, this is not looking great, I have to say.
That just leaves me with 1 activation now, and it's just my guy here again. And yeah,
You can leave him in the Overwatch if you want.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything.
I think really what I want to do is just really start pressing the issue on the judges though. So I'm really going to go hard on this. So removing my Overwatch token, I'm just going to go with a standard move on this one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to now move up to this wall here and really just be opposite. Now I'm not going to leave myself right in the fire arc. I'm going to leave myself out of sight, so I'm encouraging a move. So that's my first move, and then I don't think I have enough to take a shot, so really I'm just going to move into position.
Well, you can move him further over if you want, but you would be exposed.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I think now it's best just to kind of really tee everything up for now a real push on the judges next time round. So I'm going to use my second activation just to push myself in here now against the wall. So again, as I say, I'm kind of trying to encourage the judge to have to move to deal with me one way or another with the attacks coming from all angles. So we've got here, here, still got my perp down here against the train pipe, still sticking in on the roof, coming from behind the stairs, and then moving in from the back of the building and forward up here as well. So now really gaining ground on the judges, so it'll be interesting to see how obviously the exchanges of fire go next time.
Yeah.
Start of turn 4. Start of turn 4, and we've already drawn 1 chip, and I've decided I think really going to get kind of stuck into these judges. And there are a few options. I could have maybe tried to kind of clear some of these injury markers here, but I think considering we have a judge with a pin and an injury there, maybe let's try and kind of inflict some wounds before they activate. So I'm going to remove my moving fast and activate my sawn off auto stump gang pump here.
Sawn off stump gun. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the correction. So 10 inches is the range. I think we can all agree that that's very clear it's within that. So
just before you fire, are you going to be using a snapshot? Because remember that sawn off stump gun can't do 2 snapshots.
Yeah. So I think now in this instance it's really worthwhile doing the aim shot, using the double action, and I'm going to kind of go with the idea that I want to inflict damage here.
Okay,
So I'm going to run the risk on now hitting with 2 attack dice,
Okay.
and then put the additional 2 dice into the power.
Yeah.
On the other end.
Just to explain to anybody that's new that basically you can add the 2 dice to either the roll to hit or the roll for power. So you're adding the power. Go for it.
Let's see. Fingers crossed. And
Yeah,
yes,
2 hits.
that's good. So
Okay, so I've got 3 evade because I ignore it because of the injury marker because of my fortitude.
no evade.
No evade. No.
Okay. So this now means that with my 4 power on the sawn off stump gun,
Yeah.
I have 6.
Oh dear.
Dice. Oh, and that's not probably the best roll I've ever had. There's only 2 hits
Okay, so
on that.
I think I'm exposed here. I don't think you're crossing this terrain as you're against it, so I don't see why that would block your line of sight. So I resist is 4 again, unmodified because it.
Oh, and there is no.
So what was it? 2 you got?
2. Yes.
Ouch. Okay, so 2 injury markers. Okay. Oh no. He's my best guy. So okay, you want to take a.
Yep. And just on that, with you being pinned, there was no opportunity for Gunslinger to activate on that.
Yeah, and also doubly, his fire arc is his focus front. So this is where it comes into. This is where your numbers are really important. So, what did you draw there? Was that another bad guy?
More pain on the way. This time we're going here again, just keeping the fire out, focused.
I'll take that moving fast away.
That's great, thank you very much. And as we spoke about in the last turn, this is the one with the
spit pistol.
Yes. So spit pistol is close range is going to be 8 inches, and I think that's probably just about where we are. We want to do.
Yeah, close range easily. Yeah. Okay.
So that will give me a +2 modifier on my hit. So that gives me 4 dice. And we have a hit.
Yeah, 2 hits. Which would have pinned me because I only had 2 cool left. But, I've only got 1. Usually it's 3 evade, but it's down to 1 now because 2 of these affect my stats. No, I really wanted that. Okay, so roll your damage.
Yeah, so it's just a standard roll, so it's 2 dice.
Just 2 of that.
That's
a relief.
And no hits.
No hits.
But you still need a least.
Okay, so I've got -2 to my resist, which means I get 2 resist and I get +2 for hard cover.
No shield. So that's a
stun.
That's extremely fortuitous.
for you.
Yeah. So that was action 1. We're going to go again. So exactly the same. 4 dice.
Hit.
Still got a hit.
I can't evade. I've got no evade because I've got -3.
Okay. And into the power 2. Do have 1 on there, so.
Okay, so I'm down to 3 now. I really need 2 here to, otherwise he's out. No, not even
didn't
a
get
1.
any. So
He's down and out. And judge, and you win the game because all that was it. You only had to take out 1 judge.
that's unlucky, but well played.
Yeah, well played.
Good game.
Good game. Yeah, I think in reflection, probably, yeah, that was a bit of a mistake, me going for broke there. I should have just left it in. That said, you were flanking me, so I wouldn't have had the gunfight against that one, but I could have at least fought back against this guy. The more I think about it, the more I think that this is a way to play the judges, is not to try and go for broke. It's a really good chance when you get a guy that's killed 5, but certainly Cassidy, unfortunately, she never got into the battle at all, which was a bit of a pain. I think I should have probably also maybe had the 2 of them moving together so that they could really cause mayhem down one side of it. But yeah, disappointing, I didn't even get a single guy there, even though that guy in the building was on the brink a few times. I was a wee bit unlucky with some of the power rolls, but yeah, he played well. Certainly outmanoeuvring me was a great pincer attack that you did there, and a well deserved win. So thanks for watching, and there'll be more Judge Dredd coming, and until next time, keep on living the life of Die.